What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. Today on the left side here we have the 6 Samurais going up against Rescue Ace Azamina. Both these decks have gotten new support, with the Rescue Ace deck getting, of course, the Azamina cards, letting us kind of bridge up into a Omni Negate, as well as being able to set up our Hydrant to go up into Turbulence. And then on the other side we have the 6 Samurai, which got 5 new support cards, and a lot of these cards are absolutely cracked. We are going to be seeing the Rescue Ace going to be starting off with a Deception, going to be tributing off a Mulch Army. That's going to allow us to search for the Hallowed Azamina, and we are going to be seeing a Droll in response here, making it so that we can no longer add. This is going to kind of force the Rescue Ace player to go up into the Silvera instead of the Reglatia or whatever, because now we can no longer search for the Sinful Spoils card, which is kind of let us stop our stuff. I don't know exactly if we're playing 3 Droll and Lockbirds in the main deck of the 6 Samurai. It could be a crossover target. The deck doesn't have that much room in it for those hand traps, but it looks like we're just going to go into the Silvera, and then it's going to be a pass. We are going to be seeing the Deception setting itself back into the Spell and Trap card zone during the end phase with its own effect. And then we're going to see the immediate action of a Xian Smoke Signal. It's going to search for the Chamberlain of the 6 Samurai, which is going to be a normal monster, which does lead me to believe that we are playing the Primite cards. And then we also have another Smoke Signal, which is going to allow us to search for one of the new cards, going to be the Anarchist Monk, I do believe. Both the new ones allow you to special summon themselves out if you control a 6 Samurai card. This one's going to be the level 3, letting us go up into the legendary Lord 6 Samurai Xian, which can then also search for a monster. And then when this card's into the graveyard, it's also going to search for a spell. So we have that in play. We do normal summon out this Chamberlain, then we get to summon out the Anarchist. We go to Synchro Summon up, and that's going to allow us to summon out the legendary 6 Xian. This is going to now allow us to search for a monster, as well as having a search for a spell or trap of the 6 Samurai. And then we also have a Monster Gate on the field as well, which is quite nice for that their opponent card. You know, the first thing they really do for this activating effects is going to let them go up into a Monster Negate there. So we are already seeing the Assistidum being searched, or whatever the fuck it's called. And then we're going to be searching for the other new card, which is going to be the Tactical Trainer. This is a level 2. It lets you summon... it lets you search for a 6 strike card, which is going to be the Double Assault. I think it's like a Reborn, if I'm not mistaken. Or just have someone run from the hand or graveyard. So I guess it's kind of like a Reborn. But we are going to special summon out the copy of the Tactical Trainer, and then we're going to activate a Double Assault right away. So we already had the card in the hand. But we can also Book of Moon, because we control 2 of the 6 Samurai cards here. So now we're going to be making that Silvera no longer going to be able to resolve into kind of the stuff, because it is now face down, and like we're kind of just experimenting with what this deck does. So now we're going to have access to Nat Beast, because we do have a level 3 and then a level 2 tuner, which is an Earth. So pretty nice, making a Monster Gate and a Nat Beast. Having those Spell Negates and Monster Negates is going to be pretty oppressive. We are going to go Nat Beast attack over, and then the Xian can attack for 25, which is going to be quite nice. I mean, Nat Beast is so crazy. I don't even know how that card's still legal. I know not a lot of decks can make it, but it's still pretty crazy. Like when this deck pops off, it does pop off. We're going to see 2 sets, and then just passing on that 3 sets. I'm mistaken. I didn't see that card that's closest to the deck. But yeah, it's going to be kind of hard for this deck to kind of beat him, especially starting off with Droll and Lockbird, making it so that we're playing very minimalistically, and then having a monster and then an infinite Spell Negate. It's kind of nice, as well as having the set cards and then other cards, we can kind of play with. They have still the Asceticism, which they can kind of combo off later, but they're going to be reading the Nat Beast. This card is just insane. Why is this card still allowed? We're going to be putting back the Silva with the Hallowed, adding it back to the hand here. And they are thinking on a combo here. I'm not exactly sure. Can we bait out the 6 Sam? Now they just scoop it up here, realizing they have lost the game. I mean, I don't think many decks can beat, unfortunately, Nat Beast plus a Monster Negate backed up. It's pretty nice, to be honest, but what's also pretty crazy that you can get Nat Beast sending like cards that actually do something for you. You know, you have those cards that reborn back from the graveyard, and then stuff like that. And we aren't playing the gateway in the deck, which I'm going to be letting you guys know. I know that for a fact that we're not playing the gateways, so you don't need to search for them. I don't believe we're also playing the Shein Dojo as well. We're not playing those blue and red, going for that infinite combo. There's lots of different ways you can play the Six Samurai deck. It's really just up to you guys. Now, we are going to be seeing the Azamina Rescue Ace deck going to be able to go first, and we didn't even see any of those cards. So at this point, Six Samurai doesn't exactly know what we're playing up against. We know the Azamina cards are in the deck, but that could mean a bunch of different things. Is it Snake Eye Azamina Fiendsmith? Is it going to be Snake Eye Azamina Fire King? It could just be, Rescue Ace Azamina. It could be just Fire King Azamina. There's lots of different stuff that we could do, but we have seen that Droll is going to be quite nice, especially when you start off with a Deception. Now, we are going to be diving on into game number 2. And I wonder how our siding patterns are for the Six Samurai. You know, there is a lot of in-engine when we were testing it out. But we shall find out, because we're going to be diving on into game 2 right away. Will we see a Droll and Lockbird on the start of the first draw? We are going to be seeing a Molcharmy going to be activated here. That's going to kind of lead me to believe there is not going to be any Droll and Lockbirds. We want to draw those cards. And yeah, we need a normal summon from the hand to kind of get this combo going. I mean, if we were playing its Fire King, this card would be very good against them. So I suppose that at that point, that's kind of what you sided into. And we then activate another one. So now we're going to be drawing 2 cards. But good news, we can't get Full Roast, because you can only activate 2 Molcharmy effects per turn, which is going to be quite nice. So we are now starting, but do you want to give your opponent 2 draws every time you summon from the hand? Or do we even need to summon from the hand? You know, we are playing via Bellstars. We know that's going to be an option, but we do see an emergency here. This is going to allow us to summon a Turbulence, and then Turbulence will be able to be tributed off, or a 1 in the hand, depending on what we have. We're going to tribute off a Preventer here, and then we're going to go for Turbulence, setting 4 cards. Now, we've got a copy of Imperm. This kind of would have been just unfortunately over here for us, but it looks like it does resolve, and this might mean we just handle ourselves for 2. But at the same time, we're now making so our opponent's not really playing that much. Now, Turbulence is a crazy card, being able to set 4 cards from the deck. Don't get me wrong, that's going to be pretty busted, but still, being able to play through 2 Molcharmies and still being able to set 4 is quite an impressive feat. And we do just pass on that, so that's going to be big Turb pass here. We handle ourselves for 2. I mean, it was the cost for our opponent's passing turn, though, as a thing. I believe they just said battle phase here. And so now they're kind of thinking. Because, you know, they could be bluffing, but they could also not be. We're going to go for Rescue, going up into Preventer, being able to bring back out, and then we're going to go Emergency, tributing off for Airlifter. Airlifter will then activate the effect, allowing us to add a spell to the deck, but we don't have any spells there, and they do evenly match them, which is going to be making all their traps go face down. I mean, sometimes they just have it, sometimes they don't. And then we do activate a Primite Roar, I believe is the word, to summon out the Chamberlain. So we are playing those Primite cards, paying 2,000 life points at the cost of summoning out a normal monster. Now, some people might say, oh, I won't just play Unexpected Die. This card's searchable, which is kind of the reason why we play it. We're then going to be able to see the special summon out of the level 2. And we can now Synchro away or even Link away, depending on what we're going to kind of go for. But we can't make an SP with a normal monster. It's a problem. So they're looking at their Synchro options. I mean, we could go up into a Nat Beast. It's not going to do very much for us. But so they're going to think on this. And they did pay 2,000 life points already. So we do Link away for a Link Spider. Okay, so we are playing an SP pack. It's going to allow us to go for SP. They're going to go SP, Chainlink 1, target. And we can't activate Impulse here because we do have the Tactical Trainer, which should be Chainlink 2. So we are going to be seeing the Turbulence being banished. But that's not going to matter because the Rescue Ace player is going to win that game because the Six Samurai player is going to scoop it up, realizing they have lost. You know, when you go into SP, it's not going to be doing that good. You know, searching for Double Strike isn't going to really save you anything. we do get a new card in the next set as well for 6 Samurais, and it is a 6 strike card. But we weren't able to do very much, unfortunately. We could have special summoned out one of them from the graveyard, but it's not going to be winning us the game, right? They also had the impulse, which kind of lets them play a little bit during their turn, which kind of is going to be indicating us that we are going to be able to continue. So they just scoop it up there. So we do see the Rescue Ace deck end up taking game number 2. We're now moving on to game number 3, and could we potentially see a Nat Beast Xian going to be ending on the board? I really like the Rescue Ace deck. I think the Rescue Ace Azamina cards have a lot of synergy together. I really like the Azamina cards. They're probably one of my favorite cards that have come out. Now, not only because the Ruling Glacio and Silvera are super sick looking, I like how they are just, evil versions of other cards that we have. I really do enjoy the idea of the Snake Eyes cards, or I guess the Sinful Spoil stuff. I like it as an engine, especially when it's a little bit cheaper. I think they're just $15 now, and they might get even cheaper with Bonanza coming out. Going to be reprinting them as hopefully in all rarities other than the QCRs, but whatever, that's going to be pretty fine. But we are going to be diving on in. I wish that more decks could utilize the Sinful Spoils engine. I just think that it's a really cool engine. But we're going to be diving on into game number 3 with the 6 Samurais. I end up going first. And you guys let me know in the comment section down below if you guys want to be seeing more 6 Samurai content. This deck is pretty cool. I did try it out a little bit. I thought that it was a little bit bricky myself. I didn't enjoy it quite that much. But it could be quite popular with you guys. So if you guys want to be seeing it, definitely let me know. We are going to be seeing the Primite Lordly Low going to activate. And this is going to be one of the newer cards from the last set of the Rage of the Abyss. It's going to allow us to add a Primite card from our deck to our hands. This is going to be why you're going to be searching for that unexpected die for the cost of 2,000 life points. And you can also special summon out the level guy if you want to, the normal summon Chamberlain. If we really needed to, in this case we probably won't do it, but because you are locked out of activating the effects of the special summon monsters on the field this turn. But you can do it. We do see a Molcharmy going to be activated there, and we do Chain and Ash Blossom. So now we are going to be summoning out the Tuner Warrior here, and then we can normal summon out a Chamberlain. That's kind of crazy, honestly. We have two normal bodies on the field. And what are we playing? Rika. We're then go for Smoke Signal into the Anarchist Monk. That's going to allow us to go up into the new Xian there. Going to be allowing us to search for a spell and a monster because the Anarchist Monk touched the graveyard as well as the Xian on summon search. It's pretty nice, honestly. It's also under the Nibiru summon, so we do see a search for the Grandmaster as well as the Acestus. And now we're going to activate the effect of the Lorded Load, summoning out a Chamberlain from the deck. I do believe this says now you can't activate any special summon monster effects for the rest of this turn. We do go into the Tactical Trainer by using the I believe we used the Acestus, but we're going to go up into a Nat Beast, and this is now going to be pretty much the exact same board that we saw before. Yeah, you can go up into Tactical Trainer with the Chamberlain because they are both 200 attack. Then we get to search for the 6 strike. 6 strike can bring back out, and we go up into the other another Xian, and then we go up into the OG Xian as well, which is going to make we can only activate one spell and trap card this turn. What's important is that it does activate, and Nat Beast negates the effect. So, once we do negate with that Nat Beast, they're not going to be able to activate any more effects that turn. And we have 2 monster gates on the field as well, which is going to be pretty busted. We also have 1 set card, and that's going to be essentially all that we do have. But we only have 5 cards, and we just see them emit defeat res, and then we cannot beat that. Nat Beast is way too strong. Yeah, especially against Rescue Ace and the Azamina cards, Nat Beast unfortunately kind of just clears the entire the board. I think that card should be banned myself. I know not a lot of decks can make it, but it's a floodgate that we just don't need. It comes around once in a while, and it just feels super oppressive. Regardless, hope you've been watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let me in the comment section down below if you guys want to be seeing more content of any of these decks. Don't forget to stay safe. Peace.